Now we've got help for your future. If one of your goals is to create a trust, but you don't know where to start, we have help today. Tim Hall, senior partner at Morris Hall, joins us now with more. And, I think one of the biggest questions people have is if they have enough money to actually create a trust.
Actually, if you have more than maybe $150,000, you should consider that. Also, it depends upon whether you have minor children, if you have a retirement asset, if you're concerned about spending everything down, if you have to go into a nursing home. There's a lot more to it than just the money that you have. It's protection for you if you're alive and incapacitated. When you pass away, for protection for your loved ones, and those will be your beneficiaries.
And let's talk about what an estate plan or a trust actually involves and includes.
But a comprehensive estate plan for most people would include a living trust, a pour over will, a property power of attorney, and healthcare directives. A living will, healthcare power of attorney, mental health power of attorney, and the HIPAA form, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act form. That would be a more comprehensive plan that would fit almost everybody, and probably most people need that.
Now, you talked about the difference as for a trust being part of the estate plan, but what's the difference between a trust and a will?
The will specify who will handle your affairs when you're gone and also who will receive the affairs. Also, if you have minor children, a guardian for your children is typically nominated under the will. Also, if you have a will and you become incapacitated, it will do you no good. If you needed to go into a nursing home, you cannot handle your affairs, the will won't provide for anybody to take care of your person or your assets, and all of that could end up in a court proceeding. Finally, if you have a will, things will go to the people you choose, but without any protection, whereas most of those things can be avoided if you have a living trust.
Most people should start this process, or when should they start this process?
If you have minor children, if you have a business interest, if you have a retirement asset more than $30,000 or $40,000, IRA, 401k, 403b, 457 plan. If you have children from a separate marriage, again, minor beneficiaries. If you care about what happens when you're gone and want to protect yourself in the event of an incapacity, protect against having to spend everything down if you have to go into a nursing home or a care center, and protect your beneficiaries, a trust makes sense.
That's all good information. And you also mentioned IRA, 401ks. What is the difference? What do we need to know about those?
Under a recent Supreme Court decision, an inherited IRA or 401k, 403b is not protected from creditors for your beneficiaries. If it comes to the trust and it's set up properly, and not all trusts are, but if it's done right, your beneficiaries can be their own trustees. They can take care of what they need to, but it also can be protected from creditors. So it's important that the trust be named as the beneficiary of the IRA or 401k if it's not going to the spouse first. But it has to be set up properly, because if it's not, it will trigger extra income tax when it comes down to your beneficiaries. So it's extremely important that your beneficiary designation be handled properly in connection with the trust. Unfortunately, very few planners understand that, because they don't understand what's called the qualified trust that would be necessary to give maximum protection against taxes, creditors, divorce, bankruptcy, medical expenses, etc.
And before we go, how can Morris Hall help? I mean, do we start by just giving you a call and then you can kind of go over how you can set up this plan for us?
Certainly. You can go to our website. We have a lot of information there. We have frequent webinars. You can tune into one of those and simply give us a call. We'll set up a time to visit by phone, by Zoom, or in person. We'll review anybody's estate, what they currently have, what their desires are, understand what their needs are, and show them what might be appropriate in their circumstances. If they wish for us to help them, we're glad to do it. If they don't, we're glad to visit with them. We don't charge for sitting down with somebody and reviewing their situation and giving them advice as to what we think would be appropriate.
All right, that's terrific. Thanks so much. I learned a lot today. And everyone, if you want to learn more or set up that consultation, just go to morristrust.com or call the number on your screen.